Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for the conclusion of this court case, the clown one. Not clown, the circus one. In Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. And let's go. I can't believe it, Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, unbelievable. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. Did he, though? Because he just used the bust. I don't think he was trying to pin it on him. He did? Psst, cough. My, he's just a little twerp, isn't he? Well, that's one way to put it. Cough! Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after all I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyway. Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Now, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Oh! The bloody scarf. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. The result of our investigation. You can look at it later. Won't Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. Von Karma looked like she was in a pretty big hurry, though. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were put into place. Final plans? That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. The judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it, and that's it for me too, pal. I'm going home. It's Edgeworth. They're plotting with Edgeworth. What did he mean by that, the very last instant part? Everything he said seemed pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? What's with the milk joke? What's with the milk joke? What is this milk joke about? I don't understand yet. What is with the milk joke? This court is now in session. Shall we continue our proceedings? Ms. Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood, Mr. Dingaling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want to answer the answer to. Huh? I guess the milk could be from the dead that he's paying the debt for, yeah. About the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around the age of 9. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Okay. Nothing we can do about that. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro could kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. I'm recording, right? Yes, okay. There's not necessarily a contradiction here. We. Oh, we gotta bring up Bat, that's why. Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Akuro? I was 8 years old, and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Oh! Sniff, sniff. There's no crying in court. Let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. I need a moment. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in. So no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy. Which is what makes this so difficult. So then how long have you been a performer? You started off as an acrobat at an early age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingalingberries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You are truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ah! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony, or the heartfelt emotions contained within. You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ah! Ow! Ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with him. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this witness would kill the ringleader, the ringmaster, leads me to believe that is pretty much unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. What was Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster? How about it? Can you explain that to me? Of course I can! Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no I can't. Oh, this is going to be good. Very well, then please enlighten the court. Let's see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster. Either the scarf or his brother. Okay, there's ways this could be incorrectly put up. It's either Bat, Regina, or the scarf. Let's try Bat or the lion. Let me just go over this one more time. This is why Acro killed the ringmaster? That is correct. I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence? What are you supposed to learn? Looks like you just won the reward for biggest failure in court. Ouch! Biggest failure in court. That stings. In recognition of your honor, let me bestow with you my special prize. So now it was you, Mr. Wright. I'd prefer you hurry up and prove something. Drat, now I'm really gonna have to think about this. If it's not Acro, then it's Regina. Ah, damn it. Okay, so it's not it's not these two. Well then, the scarf. Nope. Okay, well then, the lion. What? What? Okay, apparently we don't have what we need. Alright, okay, then we got nothing. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor? The reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Oh, that's what we're going with. Okay. That's what we're going with. I thought we were trying to prove that he wanted to kill somebody. Yeah, he didn't want to kill the ringmaster. He was trying to kill the daughter. So we're going to prove that he wanted to kill the daughter instead. Ah! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so full-heartedly foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of the things, then yes. That sounds about right. The end of things? Acro! You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russell Berry. But what? Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in my face. Twice if you must. You got it, baby. Okay. Mr. Knight, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Oh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. This, or the lion, or bat. We don't have any room to pick the wrong one, so this? Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? There's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note in someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than... Regina Berry! Order! 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 Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, read the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza. Because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey, Nick! Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is, unfortunately. It's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool, with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I've conclusive evidence of what took place. Uh-huh. That's a line in the note, all right? Well, then if the note was sent to Regina Berry, it must mean that... This note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I know it all. I know all about it. I have no idea. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moran? Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start, and what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... what was in the box. Achoo! 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 What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they discovered the decisive evidence found inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who's Regina Berry's intended victim? Mr. Bat. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him. Do you spend your entire life dreaming up ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother's Shondingaling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. Lion? Regina, I mean Miss Regina Berry, is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was an accident, but it was a... She didn't mean to kill him. You know, she meant to mess with him, but not kill him, I think. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite a lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. And this is why. That's just a scarf. Acro! The scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. 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 Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with so much pepper, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Huh? Oh. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Huh! Smiling? The lion was smiling. Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions sneeze. Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Achoo, chomp. Ow. Ow. He sneezed because of all the pepper spread on the scarf. What? You fool! She brought it up! She brought it up! Girl brought it up! She brought up the smile. She left the window open on that one. She opened it up. You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I just said was true? Acro? You can't mean witness. Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be precise. Murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. See how things play out first? It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Why don't you go in to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of uncommon total justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. Of course they did. Well, what did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like the coup de grace in this case was ever so sweet. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the important evidence here is about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright, you know where the bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems as if this case is coming to a close. The defense counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. Hold it! What? Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Is he talking to me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Oh, balls. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through this is forward. The meta weapon? Where's Max's bust now? Fudge me! Oh! I'm gonna say somewhere in this courtroom. It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom. It's obvious. Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all. The witness's wheelchair. Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding something under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it's really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Or my big penis. Would you really hide a bust there? Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bus is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. In the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Why are the bad guys just... They're like, you got me. You fool! How could you... You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? Miss Francesca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search in my room last night? Huh? There were two pieces of decisive evidence. The cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know? But the bust. Obviously, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. It's right here, in my pants. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Ms. Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. Oh, that's gotta make her burn. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. She was in no way working together, so she's gonna be pissed. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing! Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know, I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search for your room? If only I hadn't done that. She did get the drop on us. It doesn't matter now, though. It seems as if we've arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. Need water. All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself but laugh. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper? I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. What do you mean by that? So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. Holy crap, he's crying milk! I'm nothing but a murderer, and that's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, then I pondered myself giving up. But I just couldn't leave it. But I just couldn't up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Also, you're a bit of an ass. Ah, the waterworks on that guy. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I'm sorry, for the people in the back? I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Ah! This court is adjourned. December 30th, 4:27 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Congratulations! Congratulations, Mr. Max! Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever, and never be happy. Huh? Wah! Oh my god, everyone's crying. She's been like this for a while now. Ah! It's all my fault. Wah! Can't do it, crying girl. Can't do that voice. Sweetie pie. Bad and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. White, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro? Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I'm gonna answer, of course he is, and then we're gonna do actually, I don't think so. I think that's his plan, but what can you do about it? He did some really awful bad He did some awfully bad things to him, Regina. Okay, I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can't believe that. Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. That's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? Acro said that all the time to you. So I thought it'd work for me too. Evidence? Evidence? I don't have any evidence. Do we have evidence? Do we have evidence for this? Do we have evidence to back this up? I need help here. I need help here. I'm safe too. Alright, let's see here. Bat. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. The Bat? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. He is, huh? But now the Acro's been caught. Uh-huh. I know. What? Let's kill Bat. I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. But they're gonna give him the chair. Literally. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. Such a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is that? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. That will get Max on. Yup! Ambition is what he wants. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. Amazing. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. I just want edge work on that. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, right? Aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today? We've got to work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo? Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max? Nick! It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Still going. Alright. Can't believe I got it right with Bat. Jesus. I see. What made the case? Just like you thought. Yesterday's search really paid off, sir. Edgeworth! You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. Do me a favor and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office. Yes, sir. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth. Which is totally the boyfriend of Gumshoe. Look, they're still connected to each other. They're together. They are together. Those two are together. Considering how loyal Gumshoe is. There's some dickworth going on. Oh, well, my turnabout. Alright. This is the final case of this game, I think. Save-u. Von Karma. I find it interesting they do just single pictures this time. It was a lot cooler when they did those big collages, right? There's one more. Well, that right there is the game for now. Oh, man. What is the final case going to be? And Edgeworth has to be involved somehow. This is the fourth and final case of the game. I guess we'll see. But for now, oh my god, what do you think? I don't know. Okay, this is apparently considered one of the worst cases. I don't know why. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I don't know. But there you go. That right there is the game. I had fun with watching. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.